What's up, my brothers from another mother? We got a requested video today on a topic. Before we hop into it, just want to shout out to the channel sponsor, the Tactical Soap Company. There's a link pinned in the description and the top comment, which will get you 10% off if you check out with coupon code Cooper. It is pheromone-infused natural soap, and it is a product that helps support the creation of content on my channel. You guys are showering anyway. Consider using a product that supports masculine content creation. Let's hop straight into it. We've got a guy here who's 38 from the UK. This is a bit of a shorter one. He's single, broke off an engagement in 2013, and was clear she was displaying narcissistic traits. Good for you. Good, good, good. I like seeing that. Stayed single since, find myself employed, but have zero capital or assets through virtually zero debt. Made some bad choices, another factor. I'm hardworking, fairly intelligent, stocky build, decent fitness. So basics out of the way, discovered red pill awareness, watching videos online, really can see how life formed around preconceived societal ideas. So he's trying to kill off his blue pill conditions. I'm currently stalled at the end of my commercial pilot training, though lack of funds as I've been paying my own way in life and just got stuck in a rut. So I'd like to ask your advice on how to reboot life in general and start getting higher income without a shitty job, as this is an area I don't have much experience with, and I don't think corporate life suits my strengths. Also, I realize I've become isolated from my previous friends, have got married, as my previous friends have got married, had kids that are now beginning to get divorced, okay? But I don't have many new friendship opportunities due to work study, although not interested in marriage or kids, especially after the Rational Male and Tactical Guide. I obviously want a decent social circle and friends with benefits. Okay, I'd appreciate a fresh anonymous take. Let's deal with the pilot component. You know what? It was around 99, 2000 or so. I took a serious look at becoming a pilot. I've always liked flying. I applied to fly in the Royal Air Force when I turned 19 because I was a big fan of the Harrier jump jet during the Falkland War. But when I applied, I was too tall and too blind for the cockpit. You have to be under, I think, 5'8". It's a pretty tight cockpit. So that question, I kind of revisited the whole pilot thing. And what I learned when I started looking at becoming a commercial pilot is you need a heck of a lot of hours before you're going to make commercial pilot income. So you're going to be broke as a joke for a while, and you're going to have to take garbage jobs to rack up the hours that nobody really wants to fly, even if there is a plane available for you to fly it in. I was told at the time that there was far more pilots than what there were planes available to fly. Now that was about a year before 9/11 happened or so. I think it was about a year before 9/11 happened, and then that just kind of quashed it completely. So it was just like, okay, the writing was on the wall. Flying planes as a commercial pilot, it's not as glamorous as most people think. I had a girlfriend in my 20s, her stepdad, I think, was a pilot. Was it stepdad or dad? I can't remember anyway. He was a pilot, and he was this very low-key, peaceful, quiet guy that used to like building like train sets in his basement. Nice guy, but he used to say, don't become a pilot. It's like being a bus driver in the sky. You really, you do some work at takeoff, do your check, you push some buttons, and it's on autopilot. So that's my take on investing in a career like that. Now, some people may just kind of laugh at it and be like, look, it's what I've always wanted to do, so that's what I'm going to do, Rich. So let's take care of that component. The other part of it is, of course, you want to ask about how to reboot life in general by getting started with higher income without a shitty job. So, well, you're 38. I'm always going to be a big fan of starting your own thing. That's me. If you have some skills that solve a problem, what I would be doing is asking myself, what do people always come to you for? And then see if you can mash that up into some sort of passion. If you like doing landscaping work, or you like working with your hands, or people ask you to, help consult, provide a service, in an area that you've got a great deal of strength on, then my recommendation is to do something that you're good at and that you like at the same time, and create your own business, create your own future. You'll never do that getting a job at a company, because you're always going to be just over broke. That's what job stands for. So in my estimation, again, find a way to create your own wealth, to take control of your own life. That is pretty much always going to be my default answer when somebody says, I don't want to take on a job or be somebody else's bitch, or whatever the case may be. The only way that you can solve that is if you actually take on your own thing and build it for yourself. It is not easy. It is very hard. 9 times out of 10, it's going to fail. And there's a lot of sleepless nights and BS you're going to have to put up with. A lot of people, seem to think the juice is not worth the squeeze. There are some professionals, in fact, that I know, some with law degrees, that'll say, I would never be an entrepreneur because I don't want to take on that responsibility, legal risk, and so on and so forth. So just understand that you gotta start using the meatball that's kind of, between your ears and doing something that you really like. You don't have to do things that you don't like. Too many people get caught up just looking for a job. Jobs, create it, build it, find your thing, find your passion and build it. You're talking about pilot, but then you're talking about filling in the gap and you've got no friendship opportunities. I feel like you've got a lot of opportunity in the sense that, well, let me put it this way. You're not married. You don't have any kids and you're 37. So you're in a unique position that a lot of your friends aren't in, as you pointed out, who are now going through the divorce machine. You have an opportunity to make yourself your mental point of origin and build something for you that you can feel some fulfillment in. You have to find what that is, find out what that passion is. It should be obvious, though. It should be like taking a frying pan to the forehead. It shouldn't be like, do I really like this? I'm not really sure if this is for me. Should I build a business on this? It looks like I can make some money. It should be clear. There shouldn't be any question in your mind that what you're about to do is going to be clear. So I am encouraging you to do something that you don't want to do. You haven't asked about entrepreneurship, but that is my view on it. If you want to find a job, just start copying, pasting resumes on job sites. Whenever I post a job at my office, that's what I get. And I find it incredibly annoying because nobody really seems to have a genuine interest in the job posting or the instructions you leave in it. I've actually tested this. I've left specific instructions in the last paragraph of the job posting, had hundreds of responses, and nobody acknowledged the knowledge that I asked them to address something specific in the bottom of the job posting. That's how people operate. They just don't give a AF. They just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. So it's not going to be incredibly fulfilling for you. It's probably not going to be incredibly fulfilling for the business. My recommendation, again, find something and create it for yourself. Also, make sure that you fully understand what you're getting into with the commercial pilot stuff, because it is not a simple or easy path. And at the time when I looked at it, there were definitely more pilots than what there were planes. And I think it was something like 60 or 70,000 hours. Don't quote me. It might have changed since, but it was fairly high. You had to have a large number of hours before you could go anywhere near a commercial plane. And a lot of guys were telling me, or even complaining, that they couldn't make ends meet and they were eating beans on toast. Some guys had to take like bush pilot jobs, flying, risky, small cargo missions for the government or the Ministry of Natural Resources or some oil and gas company that are in very undesirable routes and dangerous routes, I might add. So just keep that in mind. I hope this video helps. Thanks for checking out the channel today and sponsoring this topic. I forgot to pull up the screen, so I'm just going to mention it again. If you want to join my men's community, it's entrepreneursincars.com/community. Lots of premium perks in that, premium videos. We do monthly hangouts. We do grander events for more specific topics that help guys out and unlock some level of achievement. So consider that. If you want to make this sort of request in the future, it's just entrepreneursincars.com/request. I'll put cards up for both of those on the top right. See you guys later. Peace.